A lot going on, viewers. You just heard the Prime Minister. Let's now get you what's the inside scoop on this mega huddle where the opposition is concerned. Two likely outcomes expected from the meet. Number one, UPA to get a new name for coalition. What was UPA 1, 2, 3 truly dead and gone? Now it'll be a new name coming in for the united opposition. Sources also tell us 4-5 names under consideration. Sonia Gandhi proposed to avoid using India and use a term which is the Hindi reference to India. Sources also say Mamata Banerjee says avoid term front. Panel to create a joint list blueprint. All right, so this is the initial deliberation, and that's the news that we are breaking. Cutting across to Rahul Srivastava from Bengaluru, breaking this news on India Today. Rahul, what was once the UPA truly dead and buried? A new name will be formulated. What could be the contours on which this new name would be based on?
Preeti, I will say that UPA is going to get evolved further, is going to get newer partners, because one thing which is significant when we talk about UPA is that till a few days ago, there was a great amount of aversion, especially among players like Mamata Banerjee, not to come to a state for a meeting of opposition which is ruled by the Congress party. And that has changed. Given the fact that Mamata Banerjee is feeling the heat in Bengal over the manner in which there was violence in the Panchayat elections, Mamata Banerjee definitely wants more allies and people standing around her. In fact, she is one of the motivating factors pushing Arvind Kejriwal and the Congress to come together on the issue of Delhi Ordinance. And that is why I will say that UPA is going to definitely get expanded. Congress definitely is moving into an unstated position of a pivot as far as this opposition unity attempt is concerned. And that is why the idea now is to put a template to what is being called a unity attempt. That united we stand, on every hoarding and poster we see, united we stand is a very strong element. Now that united we stand from a slogan will move to a template and a name. Now in that, there are 3 to 4 versions of it already under discussion. And while people wanted that at least one should be chosen, Sonia Gandhi wanted something to do with Hindi, not India in English. Mamata Banerjee does not like the idea of a front because she always has battled the left front in Bengal. So they are very keen that there should be a simplified term. What we are being told, that since the whole idea is to save democratic values, democracy or democratic something could well be the part. So NDA is National Democratic Alliance. What will these people, this coalition attempt be? One will have to wait and see. Right. But the fact is that they are coming together. There is one hiccup. Left parties are still very reluctant about the idea of being seen together in part of a front with Mamata Banerjee. I think one will have to wait and see what they go. The second, importantly, is not a common minimum program, but a common issues to be raised, and those they don't want to raise, say Veer Savarkar or communal issues. I think a discussion on that also is going to be there.
You know, Rahul, very interesting. You said that the left parties would have a problem with standing with Mamata Banerjee. One would have thought it is the other way around. But, the other big question, Rahul, you spoke of possibly Congress moving to be in pivot position on which rests opposition unity. Is that acceptable to the likes of Mamata Banerjee, to the likes of Arvind Kejriwal, especially Mamata Banerjee, who's constantly pushed for equal stakeholdership of this partnership?
I think, Preeti, some bit of political wisdom. I will not say pure wisdom, maybe a mix of political wisdom and political cunning. The issue is that Mamata Banerjee faces a very belligerent BJP in the state. Now, if she is looking for a wider arrangement in which she could definitely, if she's part of a front, and somewhere she has a less aggressive Congress and a left front when it comes to Bengal, that definitely can help her. And maybe part of a coalition, something to do in Tripura and the states where she wants to expand. One fact, remember, Preeti, unlike the NDA, where there is a certain degree of less contradiction, Ajit Pawar bringing in corruption element and others, all right. But I think that there are more contradictions within this coming together. And each individual player in this is also looking for self-gains. And that element is one of the stumbling blocks. And I think the key idea here would be pursue your own agendas, Go ahead with what you
Okay.
want to win. Let's try to come together where we can, and let's not attack each other.
All right, you know, as I
I'm
going to bring in Rajdeep Sardesai into this conversation. Rahul Srivastava, we are streaming in live visuals coming in from the meeting. Interesting, you know, the seating there. But Rahul, is Mr. Kharge chairing this meeting?
The basic thing is that this meeting is hosted by the Congress party. It is hosted in a Congress-ruled state. The Congress wanted to showcase its new triumph in Karnataka, and they spared no attempt. I think the whole city has been plastered with hoardings and posters almost everywhere. The dinner was hosting by the Congress party, and Mr. Kharge, what I am being told, is going to start the proceedings with an address. And I think from there on, the floor will be open for most of the leaders to speak up, 26 of them, in fact.
All right.